I had quite a few questions in my last video I posted about my nose job that I had done, so I figured I'd just come on here and answer the main questions people were asking in the comments. A couple people were asking which surgeon I went to. So I went to Dr. Ward at Ward Institute in Salt Lake City, Utah. I did fly in because I'm from Arizona. So I stayed for a week just because they have to take the splints off a week after you get the procedure done, and it was just easier for me to stay there than like fly back and forth. People were asking me in the comments why I have so much swelling in my nose here. This is completely normal to have after you get your nose done. It takes 18 months for your nose to completely heal. So just know that depending on your diet, like if you're eating food with a lot of sodium or you drink a lot, your nose will swell up some days more than others, and this is just completely normal. When you get the cast off, your nose is so freaking swollen, you're gonna literally hate your nose. No one talks about this, but it's completely normal to dislike what you got done, and you're gonna have a little bit of an identity crisis. Like when I first started looking in the mirror, I completely regretted my decision to get it done, and I was freaking out. I was literally like having panic attacks because I was so concerned about the way it was looking. And it's been 2 months post-op, and I'm just barely starting to like the shape and how everything's looking. People are asking me about pain levels. It's really not that bad of a procedure to go through. You do get pain meds, so I took those for a week and a half, and most of the time I was just sleeping. It really, honestly, wasn't that painful. It was more uncomfortable than anything when I had the splint on, because you have these two plastic like tubes that are shoved up your nose the whole entire time, and it's more uncomfortable than anything. And you can't breathe through your nose, so your mouth gets super dry. You're just like mouth breathing the entire time, and that was like honestly the worst of it. I had the cast on for a week, and then once I got it taken off, I was definitely freaking out, and it takes a little bit of time to get used to the way that your new look is. I think it's super important to do your research on who you go to before you get it done. Make sure you're really comfortable with the surgeon. Make sure like he's addressing your main concerns, and then like kind of giving his input, like his professional input too, so you can figure out exactly what you're gonna have done and like what your final outcome is gonna be. I did take 2 weeks off for my procedure. They told me I could go back to work after a week, but I think you should really be the one to kind of figure out how much time you need to take off depending on like what you do for a job. I'm a dental hygienist, and so I wear loop glasses that sit on the bridge of my nose, and you're not supposed to wear glasses for 8 weeks post-op. So I had discussed this with my surgeon before, and he just told me to put like a piece of gauze underneath the glasses so that it wasn't directly sitting on my nose and like messing it up, because the nasal bone takes 8 weeks to completely like harden and heal, and you don't want it to like reshape your nose in some funny way. So yeah, I took 2 weeks off, but you honestly probably could go back to work after a week, just depending on what your profession is. Another thing is your lips look really funny. Mine still haven't gone completely back to normal, but it's a lot better than it was. Like this whole area is numb, so when you smile, your lip doesn't lift up all the way, and your smile just looks really jacked up and kind of funny. So just know that like each day it gets a little better, and as the swelling goes down, the more you'll start to like the shape of it, and it gets better, I promise. I think it's super important that you feel like really comfortable with the surgeon that's doing it. And then lastly, I just wanted to say that if you have something that has always kind of like made you feel like a lack of confidence, and it's something that you've always known that you've wanted to get done, just go for it, because everyone's gonna have something negative to say, and they're gonna try to say like, oh no, nothing's wrong, like, but you have to do whatever's gonna make you happy. And if you know it's gonna up your confidence and make you love yourself more and feel more confident, just go for it, because at the end of the day, you're the one that looks in the mirror, and you're the one that feels confident and beautiful the way that you look. So I had so many people tell me like, it's your face, don't do anything, it's what makes you you and unique. But I didn't feel that way. I've literally had, since I was 12 years old, this like lack of confidence because the way my nose was. I felt like it just towered over the rest of my face, and it was just like too big for my face. And I'm 100% so happy that I got it done. It's boosted my confidence so much. And at the end of the day, everyone's always gonna have something negative to say about the way you look. So at the end of the day, who gives a crap what everyone else thinks? Do whatever makes you happy and is gonna make you feel more confident in yourself.